Welcome back, guys. It is Indigo Moon. How are you? I hope you're having a beautiful day. Today we have to look at the people that surround us. Sometimes you'll find that you're around people who find a problem with you on all sides. Let's say you're around relatives and they're poking fun at you. You're around friends and they see so many things wrong with you and always complaining about something. Or you drink too much water. Or you sitting down too much. If people cannot meet you where you are and they can't be compassionate, then you have to really question who it is that you're surrounding yourself with. Now, there's one thing such as sometimes a person will give you constructive criticism. That's fine. But if you're around these people and every time you're around them, they're constantly talking about they don't like your shirt, this is wrong, you begin to start feeling like a small pea in that pod, and it gets too crowded. Before you can even make it to that capacity, it's time for you to check the situation and move on. We sometimes will stay someplace too long, and we're there too long. We've already outstayed our welcome, and we are not even comfortable with ourselves because we have heard so much from other people in criticizing who we are. Before, notice signs. That person in most cases is probably not happy with themselves. And that's the reason why the self-love journey is so critical. Because sometimes you'll say, okay, you'll start making excuses for the person. They'll give you an underhanded compliment, and you just say, okay, I'm just going to slough that off because, they didn't mean it. But too much of that can ruin your self-esteem and can also make you feel low and uncomfortable about yourself. Now you went from being so confident to a person who doesn't even want to be in a room with yourself. You're depressed. You're looking down on yourself. Never let yourself get that far. And as Martin Luther King Jr. once said, never allow yourself, how did he say it? Never allow yourself to get to the point where you are hating the person. That means that you've been around the situation for too long, you've stayed too long, and now you've outstayed even your own personal welcome. We have we all pick up on different signs, and we cannot continue to ignore them. There was a woman who had a brother, and they were constantly hanging out or what have you. And then after a while, the brother began complaining about her. And with all of these different complaints that were going on, she got smaller and smaller. She's taking care of this. She's doing all this stuff, and all the criticism is happening. Everyone has their own right to have their own personal space. And when you see that things are getting to be a bit much, you have to take that personal space, separate, and reevaluate. That way, you're checking in with yourself, seeing exactly where you stand and what you can actually change, if changes are necessary. Nobody's perfect, so change is always going to be necessary in one way or another. But it's just important that we check ourselves so that we don't allow others to check and mistreat us, because that can happen very easily. Sometimes you give your family a pass so they could just do so much and get away with it. Then you allow your friends? No. It's time to check yourself before you wreck yourself and allow yourself to be yourself, okay? That's my word. You have a wonderful day. This is Indigo Moon.